days a week. Myopusradio.
The Woodstock 40th Anniversary Special with BlackJack on Myopusradio.com.
All you rock lovers, all you Woodstock generation, young and old alike, we're very proud to have with us Mr. Artie Cornfeld on Myopusradio.com, India's only online station for international music. I'd like to tell you a little bit about Artie Cornfeld, born Arthur Lawrence Cornfeld on 9th September 1942 in Brooklyn, New York. Is an American musician, record producer, and music executive, known worldwide as the father of Woodstock, the name given to him by the Woodstock Preservation Alliance. He was vice president of rock music at Capitol Records, and he's been 40 years in the music industry as a composer, publisher, producer, manager, and promoter of over 100 platinum projects. He's also the manager and creative director of the band Survivor, which took the Rocky 3 track, Eye of the Tiger, all the way to number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Artie Cornfeld with BlackJack at Top Draw, Myopusradio.com.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Artie, very good afternoon or good morning, whatever time it is in New York City. This is...
actually, it's now 8 o'clock in the morning.
Really? I hope you got a hot cup of coffee with you. We're going to just ask you a few questions.
Oh, I've been up for 2 hours, Jack. How are you?
I'm very good, Artie. I just want to, on behalf of all the Woodstock generation and young and old people in India who listen to classic rock, we want to thank you for taking this time out for us.
Well, Jack, you know what? You've been such a good friend, even through communicating the way we do for so many years now. I feel like you're an old friend of mine.
Yep.
And so is India. You know how much I love India and how much I love spreading the spirit of Woodstock to India. You know how important that is to me.
Absolutely, Artie. Artie, I'd like to welcome you to Myopusradio.com, which is basically hosting a 60-minute special, which we'll be doing, and which I hope you might get to hear during when it comes on coming Wednesday to commemorate 40 years of Woodstock. I have a few questions. First one is, how do you feel about Woodstock 40 years from the day? I mean, how do you feel about it?
Jack, to tell you the truth, if you read about it, since Woodstock, every year, I've been doing 50 radio stations every year on my own money, traveling around, keeping the spirit of Woodstock alive.
Absolutely.
So when everybody else was trading things, I was out doing radio interviews, probably getting to about 5-10 million people every year, just to keep the spirit alive. So today, the 40th anniversary, every day I wake up is an anniversary of not the event, but what Woodstock represents, peace and love through music and freedom for all, and rock on.
Absolutely, absolutely. One more question, Artie. Can you tell our listeners, I mean, there are people listening in USA, Australia, Malaysia, UK, and in India. Can you tell us a little bit about your book, The Pied Piper of Woodstock, please?
Oh, yes, The Pied Piper of Woodstock. It basically... Since I've been one of the most successful people. It's not being self-serving, but I'm a successful producer, writer, performer, record company owner, manager, promoter. It actually takes you through the person who came up with the idea with Michael. It takes you through what got me to that point to say, let's have a free concert. And it takes us... It's a history of the rock culture from the inside. Like I tell stories about me and John Lennon and Paul McCartney and Chuck Berry and Muddy Waters
all the big guys.
Heat.
All the big guys.
And it leads up to now. And then I take you to Woodstock on such a wild trip as the co-producer.
Absolutely.
That you'll be hysterical laughing. And I also go through, you know, my years getting high and what it was like then and what I'm like now, you know, and how glad I am to welcome the children. And the Pied Piper is really, you know, the last words you see in my book, The Pied Piper, instead of saying the end, it says the beginning.
Fantastic. Okay, so since Pied Piper ends with the beginning, can I ask you the next question, which says, what have you got planned for the future? I mean, apart from the book and 40th anniversary.
My plans for the future. Well, you know, I'm talking to Hong Kong about going over for the UN and being the MC for that for the show in Hong Kong for the United Nations.
Yeah.
And hopefully next year I'll be doing something in India.
Very good, because
I really love India. You know, I cry when I'm in India for the people that are suffering.
Yeah.
And I also know that what I brought over when I started saying, when we spoke the first time, the spirit of India, the spirit of Woodstock in India. You know, India needs that spirit, but right now, so does the whole world.
Absolutely, the whole world.
So
Only
that's
the whole
my
world.
plan. Just to keep it going, I'm going to go in and produce a group that the oldest guy is 20 years old.
Okay.
And, you know me, I'll never stop Jack until I'm on the other side.
Yeah, man, don't stop ever. I mean, you can still keep working when you're on the other
I'll
side.
rock on forever.
Okay, like I said, Woodstock 208 didn't happen in Bangalore as we planned. So, are we still got any plans for doing anything with Guruji?
The Guruji contacted
At Bangalore.
me
In fact, we are recording
ago.
at Bangalore, yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, no, he contacted me about doing something with him in New York, just to introduce him to New York.
Okay.
And I wrote him a letter saying I'm available for anything he wants. And I think there's sort of some conversation about next year in India.
Okay, great. One last question, Artie, is do you have any words of wisdom and insight for musicians in India as well as those listening across the globe? Any wisdom or insights or advice?
Everybody out there, okay, we all have problems. The idea is to get out of the problem and into the solution. Okay. And I think music is the healer. Yeah. And really, the spirit of Woodstock is not about the concert. It's about loving your fellow man. Mm-hmm. And my favorite shot from the Woodstock movie, believe it or not, is when one person passes a sandwich to another person, and they all share one sandwich. And that was what Woodstock is about. Okay. We should all be sharing more of what's on this earth instead of just a few people having everything.
Okay.
So the Woodstock Nation, you know, now that I brought the kids in, you know, the 17 and 18-year-olds that email me, I feel like victory because now I know Woodstock's
going to go on. It's going to go on.
Yeah, it's not going to end on the 17th. Yeah. This is only one anniversary. We have one every single day that you live.
Sure
thing. It's a Woodstock day.
Okay, Artie, now I'd like to thank you and I'd like to say namaste from Myopusradio.com in India, Bangalore, India. We love you, Artie. Well, all of us love you, man, and we want to wish you peace.
Peace, and remember, hold the light. Hold the light, man.
Buddy.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
In the garden of the octopus.